Good afternoon. My name is CHAX and you're welcome to today's class. All right, in today's class, we're going to be talking about price. To start with, what is price? Price is the bedrock upon which our technical analysis is built. Is the bedrock upon which our technical analysis is built. Okay, so why did I decide to choose this? Topic? I've come to realize that most traders focus on too many things while they ignore the major things. They ignore the major thing while focusing on too many things. And let me tell you, a proper understanding of price, right, is what you need to start your trading journey. Technically, if you understand what price is and how price works, right, you're way close to becoming a profitable trader. So sit back, relax, and make sure you follow everything I say in this video. Practice them as many times as possible, and I'm going to see you at the top. All right, so if you're new, you're just joining or you're just hearing about CHAX. My name is CHAX and I make kings, right? I'm a full-time trader, a civil engineer, and what else? All right, just stick around and then you're going to know much more about me as time goes on. All right, so why did I choose this topic? Like I said, I've come to realize that most traders focus on too many things while ignoring the major things. So let's look at price. I want you to understand that every time you come into your charts, you can only do three things. Either you're buying, one, or you're selling, two, or no decision at all. You're not participating in whatsoever is happening in the market. Now, what dictates your buy position, your sell position, or you staying out of the market is as a result of what? It's as a result of price. This shows you how important price is. Now, for us to understand price, we must be able to know the behavior or characteristics of price. That is, what can price do? Basically, price can do only four things, right? Price can do only four things. Let's start with this. Price can do only four things, right? But then one thing at a time. Price can only do one thing at a time. It can do four things, yes, that we know. But then it can only do one thing at a time. So follow me, guys. Follow me and pay proper attention to whatsoever I'm doing here. Okay, so let's start with this. What's the first thing price can do? The first thing is known as what? Consolidation. Right? Consolidation. So the first thing price can do is what? Either price is consolidating. Second thing is what? Expansion. Right? Expansion. Second thing is expansion, right? And then the third thing is what? Retracement. And the fourth one is what? Reversal. Now, these are the only things price can do. Nothing but this four. If you ever go to your chart and you see anything outside of this four, please give me a call or send me a text. Let me know you find something in the market. Now, what's the sweetest part of this thing? The sweetest part now, let's catch this. Sweetest part, right? The sweetest part of this behavior or action of price is that price can only do one thing at a time, right? Price can only do one thing, right? The sweetest part is price can only do one thing at a time. Right? This is the sweetest part of this behavior of price, right? The sweetest part is price can only do one thing at a time. Now, how is this important, or how is this even useful? Whenever you come into your charts, instead of you trying to ask yourself too many questions, what you should focus on, the most important thing you should focus on, right? Whenever you come into your charts is what? Price. How do I mean? Okay, since you know that price can only do four things at a time, and like I said, the sweetest part of this is price can only do one thing at a time. So when you come into your chart, you want to ask yourself, what exactly is price doing at this moment? And that is what you want to react to. That is what you want to capitalize on. Every other thing becomes what? Additional. The main thing is understanding what price is doing at this time. Take, for example, if anyone is sick, sorry, I don't mean, let me use a proper word now, sorry, pardon that. If anyone is not feeling too well, eat wisely. Let's say you're down, it could be typhoid, it could be malaria, it could be headache, it could be anything, right? And you visit, what's it called, the hospital. The first thing the doctor will try to do is what? To diagnose you, take your vitals and try to know what's wrong with you. Now, when they know your problem, they can know what to treat. Same way when you understand price. If you know what price is doing, then you know how to capitalize on it. Is that taking? So now let's start with the first baby of price, which is consolidation. Let's start with this consolidation first. Consolidation. Now, what is consolidation? Very simple. Consolidation is when price is just moving from one point to another within a range, right? There's no impulsive move. You can take that derivation down, right? Let's say we label this point A. Let's call this point A, right? Let's call this point A. Then we'll call this point B, right? We'll call this point B, right? Whenever you see price just moving within a range, some people call this a ranging market. I love to call it a consolidating market. It's the same, right? It's just English, nothing more, right? When you see price moving from point A to B, back to point A to point B, within a range without any impulsive move, right? You call it a consolidating market. Is that taken? If I were you, I would take a picture of this, right? This is a consolidating market. I'm going to teach you how to trade this and how to capitalize on them. You'll stick around, okay? All right, the second part is expansion. What is an expansion? All right, what is an expansion? Expansion is when price finally break out from a consolidating market. Expansion is when price finally break out from a consolidating market. Let's say you have this point A to B, same way we label the first time, right? Price move like this, then back like this, then boom, we broke out of the consolidating market. Is that taking? This is what is known as what? Expansion. That is an impulsive break out of what? A consolidating market. It can be to the upper part, it can be to the lower part, it can be anywhere. Let's go. Let's check for the one to the lower part. For example, we have this, and then price just decide to break down this way to the lower part, right? This is known as what? An expansion, right? It is known as expansion, right? It is known as expansion. Now, this is known as what? Expansion. Okay, sorry, pardon this. Now, the next thing you want to know is this. After expansion, what follows? After expansion, what follows? Two things can happen, but one thing at a time. Remember, price cannot do more than these four things. And the sweetest part is it can only do one thing at a time. So after expansion, what happen? After expansion, what happen? Price can either retrace or reverse. I'm going to teach you how to catch a retracement or a reversal. I'm going to teach you how to anticipate that, right? But just stick around, maybe not in this video, but some other videos. But I will definitely drop that on this YouTube channel. Okay, so let's go on. If you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, why not just click the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you don't miss out on any of our teachings on this channel. Okay, so after expansion, two things can either happen, either a retracement or a reversal. What is retracement? Retracement is when the price pull back, right? Pull back into that consolidation that occur, then continue in the same direction, right, from which it was coming from. This is what a retracement. This is what a retracement. Retracement. All right, this is for a retracement. Like I said, it can be to the lower part as well, right? You can have this on the other side. We can have this as well. Can you see? You can have this price break impulsively. Price break impulsively, right? Then return this way, pull back into the consolidation, and then continue in the same direction, right? Oh, sorry. Sorry, let me show you this properly. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll redraw this. I'll draw this. Right, so it can be this way or this other way. This can still be a retracement. Let me show you. Right, this can still be a retracement. We'll have this. All right, we'll have this. Is that taking? Then price break to the lower part, then pull back into the consolidation and continue again the same direction. So this is also known as what? A retracement. Right, this is also known as a retracement. Right, and then the final part we have is what? A reversal. Now, what's the difference between a reversal and a retracement? Now, for a reversal now, a reversal is a complete change in the direction of what? The expansion that occur. Say, we'll have this, we have this. Then boom, price expanded, right? Instead of it to just pull back into this consolidation now, price decided to do what? To take out the consolidation and break to the other parts of the price movement. So this type of move now is known as what? Is known as what? A reversal. A reversal is a complete change, right, in the direction of price movement. Is what is known as a reversal. Start taking. Then it can still be this way as well. Sorry, it can still be this way, right? Reversal can still be this way. Get this, right? Get this. So price broke down like this, expanded like this, right? Let's say price expanded like this. So instead of it to pull back now, instead of it to just pull back into the consolidation that occur, it decided to take out the whole of that consolidation, right? This type of move is known as what? A reversal. A reversal is what? A complete change, right, in the direction of price. Now, these 4 things that price can do, if I were you, I'll take pictures of each of these things, pause and replay as many times as possible until I finally understand what's going on here. So now, these 4 things that price can do, these four things, right, are known as elements of price. Now, these 4 things you see, they are known as what? Element of price. These 4 things you see us talk about are known as what? Element of price. Now, to each of these 4 things, to each of these elements of price, there's a reference point. To each of these elements of price, there's a reference point. Let's just do a quick recap of this. Right, this is a consolidation. Consolidation can be single, it can be double, in fact, it can be multiple. Right, this is consolidation. Right, expansion is this way. Like I said, expansion can be either direction. Right, is expansion. Right, it can also be this way. Right, it can also be this way. It's also expansion. Right, now the reference points, like I said, to each of these 4 things we have their reference point. Let's talk about the reference point for the element of price. Right, the elements of price, the reference point for the element of price. Right, let's talk about the reference points. These 4 things are known as element of price, right? And then the reference point for element of price now, right? Reference point for element of price. Let's start with consolidation. What's the reference point for consolidation? The reference point, right? I'm just going to put this as ref point, right? For consolidation is what? Equilibrium, right? Equilibrium is that taking. For expansion, it is known as what? I'm going to call it valid order block. Right? Valid order block, right? The reference point for what? The reference point for expansion is what? Valid order block. Now, the reference point for a retracement, remember I showed you how retracement occur. right? This way, then we'll pull back into a, we'll continue in the same direction. We'll pull back into the consolidation, then continue in the same direction. So now the reference point, right? The reference point, let me change this to a better color. Now the reference point for a retracement is known as what? Fair value gap. Right, I'm going to label this as FVG or fair value gap. Let me write it into fair value gap. Right, the reference point for retracement is fair value gap. And the last part for what? A reversal, that is a complete change in the direction of market, right, is known as what? Liquidity pool. Now, liquidity pool. What's liquidity pool? Liquidity pool simply means what? A pool of money. Liquidity is money pool. So a pool of money, that's the reference point. So I've given you everything now. I'm just going to write it again for you to see. I've given you all the reference points. For consolidation is equilibrium. For expansion is order block, valid order block. For what's it called? Retracement is fair value gap. For reversal is liquidity pool. So let's just have this reference point. Oh, sorry. Let's have this as ref point. I'm just going to put it as ref point for element of price. Right, what do we have? 1 ref point for the element of price. Let me put this bigger. Okay. So the first one we'll have here for consolidation is equals to what? Equals to equilibrium. So I'm just going to put this as EQL, which stands for equilibrium, right? For expansion is equals to what? Valid order block. So I'm going to put that as valid OB, right? For retracement is equals to what? Fair value gap. And for reversal is equals to what? For reversal we'll have what? Liquidity pool, right? LQ, let me just put it as LQ. Right, I can put LP, but let me put it as liquidity pool this way, right? So this thing you're seeing here, right? They are the reference point for the element of price. These are the reference point for the element of price. That is, how do you use this thing? Take for example, for me, I don't trade a consolidation market. No, I don't trade a consolidation market. I don't like it. It's not my trading style. So it's either expansion, retracement, or a reversal. That's what I trade. But I don't trade consolidation market. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to teach it because I don't trade it. But if you're interested in knowing how to trade the consolidation market, you can make further research on that. But I don't teach it because I don't trade it. Although in my own private mentorship class, of course, I taught them how to trade the consolidation market, but it's just not my own style. So I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah. All right, so let's go on. Say for instance, now you come into the charts, you want to ask yourself, right? Charts has already told you that price can only do 4 things. So you want to ask yourself, what's price doing at this moment? Let's say, okay, you came into the charts and then you've seen price this way. What element of price is this? Expansion, of course. This is an expansion. Why? Because we already left this consolidation here. We already broke out of the consolidation market. All right, between point A, let's label this as A and B. All right, let's label this as B. Right, let's label this as B. Then let's label this as A. Is that taken? So we've seen that price has broken out from point A. It has broken out from A and B. Now let's call this point C now. Let's label this as point C. Now, when you have this, let's say you come into the chart, then you're seeing this. So what do you want to ask yourself? What element of price is this? And the only thing that should be on your head, like now you know this is showing clearly that, okay, this is an expansion. Now for expansion, what's the reference point? Remember what I told you for expansion and order block, right? So for you to now pull back now, you want to, okay, of course you're seeing this, and this is showing you clearly that market is in a buy position. The buyers are currently in control because why? Price broke out, right, to the upper part, but then you want to pay attention to where is price reacting from that breakout? Or is it reacting from or to from that what's it called breakout? Right? Okay, that's you're going to learn subsequently in some of our videos. But let's put our attention here. Right? You see that price broke out like this. So what will you be looking out for? What should you be anticipating now? Right? What we're trying to do now is we're building up our anticipatory skills. Right? So now let's say price pullback. In your mind, your head is already conditioned towards that. Okay, you want to see which of the elements of price can you find inside here. Of course, two, either a fair value gap or another block. So you want to ask yourself, has what's it called, the other block, has it been mitigated or not? Is it a valid other block? Most people don't know how to pick another block. Most people just see what's it called, a bullish candle and go for a bearish candle, then they call it what, a bearish order block, or they see a bearish candle and go by a bullish candle and then they call it what's it called, an order block. No, order block is more than that. In fact, order block is so scarce in your chart that if you don't, a valid order block, let me not say an order block, a valid order block is so scarce that if you don't pay attention, most of the things you call order blocks are truly not order block, or they are truly not the valid order block. So when you see price this way, you want to ask yourself, you mark it out. Let me take this out first. All right, you mark it out. You ask yourself, do you have a valid order block here? Let's say, for instance, you have a valid order block, you mark it out. Now you ask yourself, has it been mitigated or not? That's another question, okay? Now, another thing you want to ask yourself is there a valid fair value inside this point? Right? If you have these two things there, and price is not reacting from a resistance level or a supply level, then most likely, right, expect either the fair value or the other blocks to hold. So what do? You wait, let price pull back into either your fair value or another block, right? Let's say this other block has been mitigated, so it's no longer valid for you. Let's say it has been mitigated and it's no longer valid. When I say it has been mitigated, okay, do you know what mitigation is? If no, okay, I'll take our time to still explain that in some of the videos, right? But mitigation is price has already reacted to it. Okay, so let's say price has already reacted to this other block and then you don't have the chance to take it, but then you see a clean fair value gap here. What you do is what? You mark out this. Your job is to mark out the fair value and expect price to tap into it. Then you pick your entry, enter from there. Depending on your style of trading, if you're aggressive, you enter this way. If you want to be conservative, you look for your confirmation in order to take the trade. But you enter from the fair value, your stop loss should just be a little below the fair value, and your TP should be where the last high that was created. Is that taking? So when you come into your chart now, it's easy for you to just focus on this. Oh, this is an expansion. So you expect price to pull back into what? Your element of price for what? A retracement, which is the fair value gap. Then you jump in. Take your trade easy. This way you make money. Is that taking? This is how to use what? A retracement. Now, for a reversal, that's a complete change in the direction of the market. And that's what liquidity pool. Let's say we expand it this way, the market comes this way, right? Market comes, that's taking out this now, right? It's no longer a retracement. This becomes what? This becomes what now? A reversal. Now, you believe with me that so many buyers or others were lying down here. Maybe those who missed this move up here like this, so many others were still lying down here, or those who even entered, their stops were below here. Now, what do you call this point here? Liquidity pool. That is a pool of money. Can you see the way market sold into it? Right? Market sold into this. So now, if you don't check again, what can you call this again? From here to here, what can you call this? Expansion. So what do you expect again? You expect price to pull back into any of your element of price, either an order block or a fair value. Can you see how easy it is when you just focus on what is truly important? Right? This is how you capitalize on what? Price and its elements. And this is how you make money. So now I've shown you all these things. Let's dive into our chart. Let's dive into our chart and try to what? Let's try to make use of what we've learned. Let's try to make use of what we've learned. So I'm just going to show you a quick example, maybe one or two, and then we'll go on. We'll go on to what? Okay, let's just dive into our chart. Then we'll see how we can make use of this. So pay attention to this, guys. Pay attention to this. Let's say you come into your chart now. You see this. What element of price is this? What element of price is this? I need you to ask yourself, what element of price is this? I told you, within from here to here, to this point, let's say to this point, say this. This is what? Consolidation. Because price just moved from this point to this point. Now, what happened? We broke out of here. Now, this becomes what? This becomes what? What element of, this becomes what? What element of price is this? This becomes what? An expansion. Look at this. This is what you have, right? This becomes an expansion, okay? Now, if this is the expansion, what do you want to look out for? I told you, look out for valid order block or what? For the retracement, what do you look out for? You look out for what? A fair value gap. If you don't know what a fair value gap is, maybe I'll just take a minute to explain that, but just follow me. Now, a fair value gap is a situation whereby we're going to use 3 candles, for example. Let's say we'll have this candle, then we'll have this candle here, another candle here, then a third candle like this, right? A fair value gap is one in which you have a free move here, right? There's no candle to the right, no candle to the left. In between these 3 candles, right? See a perfect example of that. Can you see this candle here? Can you see this candle, right? There's no candle to the right, no candle to the left. So this is a fair value. So what will you do now? You mark out your fair value this way. Can you see the way I did that? Right? You mark it out. And what do you expect now? You expect price to pull back into what? Into this fair value. So if you come into your chart now, you've seen this, what do you want to do? Of course, you want to mark this out and use it as what? And use it as what? Your entry. You see what happened? Can you see? Price tap into it. Right? See what I told you? You pick this, pick your buy here, and your stop loss should just be where? A little below your fair value. That candle that formed the fair value. And your target should be where? The last high that was created. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here. Price is buying, count, boom. Can you see that? TP it's 1 ratio 6.6. Now, this is how easy it is by simply what? Understanding price and its elements, right? And understanding price and its elements coupled with what? The reference point for the element of price. Same way you do for the sell. If you're here to click the subscribe button or you're here to turn on your notification, you should do that now. All right, I'm going to stop here for today. Then in our next class, I'm going to pick more examples. But I've shown you how to use price and its elements. I've shown you how to use what's it called? The reference point for element of price. For example, now I've just shown you what's it called? How to use the fair value gap for your entry. I've just shown you that now. So in our next video, I'm going to show you how to use order block. I'm going to show you how to use the what's it called? The liquidity pool. And most likely, or like I said, I don't want to talk about equilibrium points. I'm just going to show you in our next video how to use the order block and how to use the liquidity pool. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this video. If yes, why not subscribe to this channel? Share with your friends, share with your enemies, tell people about this YouTube channel, tell them to come and learn. I wish you good luck and happy trading. Once again, my name is CHAX and I'm a Kings. Peace.